Global media culture. Key topics: definition of media, culture and media culture, globalization and media, 5 periods in the study of globalization and media, popular music and globalization. Culture: the customary beliefs, social forms, and material traits of a racial, religious, or social group. The characteristic features of everyday existence, shared by people in a place or time. By Webster. Media. The term media, which is the plural or medium, refers to the communication channels through which we disseminate news, music, movies, education, promotional messages, and other data. It includes physical and online newspapers and magazines, television, radio, billboards, telephone, the internet, fax, and billboards. It describes the various ways through which we communicate in society because it refers to all means of communication, everything ranging from a telephone call to the evening news on television can be called media. Media culture refers to the culture created under the influence of mass media. The concept of media culture infers its impact on society's information, consumption, and intellectual guidance. Media culture tends to be a major factor in the formation of mainstream culture since it affects society opinion, values, tastes, attitudes, and informational availability. Globalization and the media. Role of media. While in everyday language, globalization usually refers to economic and political integration on a world scale. It also has a crucial cultural dimension in which the media have a central role. In that sense, media globalization is about how most national media systems have become more internationalized, becoming more open to outside influences both in their content and in their ownership and control. 5 time periods in the study of globalization and media. First is the oral communication, second script, third printing press, fourth electronic media, fifth digital media. Oral communication. Of all terms of media, human speech is the oldest and most enduring. Humans are allowed to cooperate and communicate through language. Languages as a means to develop the ability to communicate across culture are the lifeline of globalization. Language contributes to the formation of culture. Languages is in a sense the substance of culture. Languages serves as important symbols of group belonging, enabling different groups of people to know what ethnic groups they belong to and what common heritages they share. Without a language, people would lose their culture identity. Today, we have 7,117 languages spoken. Ethnology. Roughly 40% of languages are now endangered, often with less than 1,000 speakers remaining. Meanwhile, just 23 languages accounts for more than half the world population. Script writing is humankind's principal technology for collecting, manipulating, storing, retrieving, communicating, and disseminating information. Writing may have been invented independently 3 times in different parts of the world. In the Near East, China, and Mesoamerica, writing is a system of graphic marks representing the units of a specific language. Cuneiform script created in Mesopotamia, present-day Iraq, is the only writing system which can be traced to its earliest prehistoric origin. Cuneiform script. Here is the Philippine script and origins. Printing press. The printing press is a device that allows for the mass production of uniform printed matter, mainly text, in the form of books, pamphlets, and newspapers. It revolutionized society in China where it was created. Diamond Sutra from Tang Dynastic China, 868 AD British Museum, which is widely seen as the earliest existing printed book. Johannes Gutenberg further developed the printing press in the 15th century with his invention of the Gutenberg press. Consequences of printing press. The printing press changed the very nature of knowledge. It preserved knowledge which has been more malleable in oral cultures. It also standardized knowledge. Print encouraged the challenge of political and religious authority because of its ability to circulate competing views. Printing press encouraged the literacy of the public and the growth of schools. Land and culture were learned by people through travels. News around the world were brought through an inexpensive and easily obtained magazines and daily newspapers. People learned about the world. Indeed, printing press helped foster globalization and knowledge of globalization. So, here is the manuscript of Pigafetta. Electronic media refer to the broadcast or storage media that take advantage of electronic technology, include television, radio, internet, fax, CD-ROMs, DVD, and any other medium that requires electricity or digital encoding or information. Here is the evolution of television. Electronic media. In the 20th century, the only available mass media in remote villages was the radio, while film was soon developed as an artistic medium for great cultural expression. The most powerful and pervasive mass media is television as it brought the visual and aural power of film with the accessibility of radio. The introduction of television was a defining moment in globalization. Digital media like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify. Digital media. The computer is considered the most important media influencing globalization. Computers give access to global and marketplace and transform cultural life. Our daily lives is revolutionized by digital media. People are able to adapt new practices like fashion, sports, music, food, and many others through access of information provided by computers. They also exchange ideas, establish relations, and link ages through the use of Skype, Google, Chat, Zoom, and other platforms. Your music. What kind of music do you listen to? Who is your favorite musical artist? What influenced you to like that kind of music? Do you have your musical heroes? Where are they from? What are their nationalities? Colonial counterpoint. Music and colonization. Music participates in the reinforcing of boundaries of culture and identity. Popular music explains the complex dynamics of globalization not only because it is popular, but music is highly mediated, is deeply invested in meaning, and has proven to be an extremely mobile and resourceful capital.